Welcome to another episode of Talk Lavish. I'm your co-host, Denise.
I'm Manna.
And I'm Pam.
And today we're going to be talking about a wonderful topic.
And that's letting go and trusting the process.
Trust it.
All right, so let's jump straight into it. So
Right.
I feel that each and every one of us, we have our own stories behind it.
Yes,
Our
we
other
do.
co-host is not here, but I feel like she has really lots of great knowledge. And it's just trusting the process and letting go, right? I feel like we've all been through situations. Why is Pam laughing? Like we all went through situations where we had to trust the process of something.
Yeah.
Like for me, it was a relationship.
Mm-hmm. Me, it was my job.
What about you, Pam?
It's been multiple things.
Yeah.
Multiple things.
If you are a person of faith, sometimes you kind of be unfaithful to believe that God can help you, or it's going to work out for you. You see it on TV, you see it for other people, but is it really going to happen for me? It becomes that unknown factor. But that's the whole purpose of faith in itself, is like stepping out and saying like, I trust God, and I don't have to worry about it.
And truly letting go, though. I feel
Yeah.
like for me, for example, I can talk about a relationship that I was in, right? So for me, I was too scared. I was in fear of letting go. Now, they say fear is not of God, right?
Mm-hmm.
So whatever that was I was dealing with wasn't cool. But in my mind, I was too scared to step out. So I have like this metaphor, this analogy, if that's how you even say it, of like being in a pond. Right, I don't know why I even came up with this, whatever. But so like being in a pond and you're standing on top of a log, right, and then the log's floating on top of the water, and to get to the other side, so there's logs lined up across the water. And you're standing on one of the logs, and it's not secure. You know what I'm saying? You floating, but you have and you reaching your leg out, you're reaching your foot out to reach into the other log. But as you step your foot and put your weight onto it, the log starts to sink a little bit. So you renege and you go back because you don't know if that's gonna hold your weight. Until you actually put all your weight on top of that log, and it might be shaky, but you on the next log.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then the next log until you cross. So it's like stepping out on faith, even though it might sound rocky and uncertain, unsure. At first, you have to just trust that, look, this log will hold me up. And that could be whatever it is for you, whether it's God, so whatever it is for you as an individual. But for me, in my relationship that I was dealing with, it was bringing me down all aspects of my life, and I was kind of like afraid to trust God. I know that in the back of my mind, I feel like we all deal with things, and God talks to us, God speaks to us, and we know, because we got you. It's the same voice you've been battling with. It's the same. You know what you need to do. Nobody's just telling you, so you know what it is, right? And for me, I knew you gotta let this go. 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 And I just would refuse to do it. You know what I'm saying? I would refuse to let it go. And so finally, I stepped out on faith and was like, you know what? God, I'm hopping on that log.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bounce on that log and to see where it takes me. When I tell you, trusting the process and letting that go, dude, how much my life has like turned. I feel like I see the sun. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like my skin started clearing up. Like it's to the point where so many things in my life got better. My attitude, like I'm not cranky. I don't have an attitude all day no more. Like
Anxiety is gone.
Anxiety is gone. It's just like, and just trusting that process, man. Like I said about the career thing. So let's get into a quick career talk.
Yeah. So for me, I was working at this job that I was so excited to work. It was like a higher paying position that I've never even required to see this type of money before. And I jumped at it. I knew that it had a lot of variables to it. I said to myself, it's an adventure. And that's how I am as a person. I'm always down for an adventure and see where it leads me and where it's going to take me, of course. So I mean, as I started the job, it showed all of its pitfalls that it had, and it became really, really stressful to the point where like I was talking about work and my eyes started twitching, and I knew that was never. I've never been in such a stressful job as well, and it was like I've been in a supervisory position before, but never in this magnitude of stress that I was going through. And so it was just one day where my other supervisor came at me kind of wicked or wild, just like, put the deuces up at you right then and there. It's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I called my partner and I began to cry and talk to him a little bit, like what I'm going to do. He was like, at the end of the day, I support you. Whatever decision you're going to make, I support you. And
That was stepping out on faith.
Exactly. And knowing that he was going to support me, I was like, I felt invincible at that point. That's why I really went back and said, you know what? I'm really telling you, F off now, and walked out. And so
you don't. So you quit right there on the spot.
I quit right there on the spot. My boss actually came back to me to try to like apologize and say, you know what, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, Cindy. That was her name too. It's okay, Cindy. Fuck you. Sorry. Anyway, That's sorry. But that was my
Keep it
mindset
real.
at that point. Like, you know, you're not gonna talk to me that way. You're not. I've done enough. I've been dealing with enough, and I've been expressing myself. No. I wasn't gonna do that. In those coming months that I didn't have a job, I was doing Lyft with my cousin. You know what I'm saying? I was learning a whole new trade in a sense, and I kind of started to get like discouraged. Like I was probably not gonna get anything, another job like this. And then I worked my way up. I found another job. Yeah, I started at the bottom, and that sometimes you have to do it, you know. But within a year, I got a promotion, and then within 6 months, I got another promotion. So then, within basically a year and a half, I got back to making almost the same amount of money that I was making, and it was less stressful.
So at the end of the day, you trusted the process.
I trusted the process.
Like for example, okay, so me and Pam, I forget what we were doing. We do something recently, and we had a little hiccup in us getting to our destination. I forget where we were at. We was on March Lane, and when we got there, it was a car accident, right? And you was like, dude, had we been a little faster, it would have been us that would have been in the accident. It was a bad accident at the intersection. It was like right where we needed to turn to and everything. Yeah. And so that's just one example of like, dude, at the time we might have been irritated because we were about to be late, and we might be like upset because it's throwing off our, you know, our stuff. Yeah. But you gotta trust the process.
You do.
You know what I'm saying? Like everything happens for a reason. You gotta trust the process. And like God kind of like held us back. And although we can be irritated and frustrated, we're gonna be late. 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 We're gonna be late, and all that. We realized that we needed to be late because God was putting his hand on you like this. Hold on.
Break,
you know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let this happen over fast. Right. You know. Yeah. So and it's just about trusting that process.
This is it. Life is grand, you know. And I had like a real heart-to-heart conversation with my cousin at the time. She was getting married, and I asked her, "How'd you know that your partner is the one?" Because I would die for him, and I was just like, "That's heck of real, cousin." But
was it you?
Yes, it was. and at the time, I was thinking to myself like, would I die for my partner at the time? But then thinking about my whole relationship and trust and loyalty, I know he wouldn't sit there and die for me. After having that heart to heart with my cousin, I started to really like think about our relationship and the alignments that wasn't there, you know. Our values that we had wasn't there. And I had to just like, you know, let that one go. And now I let that one go, and I found someone that's really been my love life partner.
And you're engaged.
Yeah, now, I'm engaged now, and we've been together for about 8 years. Wow. It will be exactly 8 years. On the 17th of February. I know it did take a long time. Everything's a process. That's why you have to trust the process.
Right. You have to trust the process. We are talking about
trusting the process.
Yeah. Overall, and everything happens for a reason.
You know? And I am really amped to say that I will die for this man, and I know he will die for me, and that I'm marrying my best friend.
Aww.
I am.
Cringe. Anyway, so so do you have any stories to share? Have you ever been in a moment in time where you felt like you were scared? You have a lot. I know some for you. You don't know. I can talk about it. Yeah. But you have situations where you were fearful, you were scared, but at the end of the day, you still chose to step out. And no matter what you thinking, like it can go left and go right and go up and go down. But I'm about to just step out on faith anyway to see where it takes me.
Mine started when I lost my daughter way back in 2015. So when I lost my first child ever, that was extremely hard for me to go through. That was tough. It was hard for me to recover. A couple years after that, me and my husband wanted to try again, have another baby. And we'll see, but nothing was happening. Nothing was happening. You see all these ladies that get together, they try to go to infertility treatment. I said, no, I don't want to go to infertility treatment. I want to have it natural. You know what I'm saying? If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If God allows it to happen, it's going to happen regardless. But at the time, I wasn't seeing it visually. It wasn't occurring. So I told my husband, I was like, dude, amen. I guess it's just going to be just us two. Once I started becoming content with the possibility of never having any more kids, it was kind of like things started to change drastically. I said, it's okay. We could be the cool couple. You know what I'm saying? We show up late to the party, leave early. You know what I'm saying? Where y'all going, auntie? Where y'all going, uncle? We about to catch these flights. You know what I mean? So I show up with a cocktail glass. He got a cigar. And we just be the cool uncle and auntie with no kids. That's fine. But I think once you're married, you want to be able to build a family and have kids and stuff. And when it wasn't happening, I told my husband at the time, you know what, at this point, I don't know. I think I was still healing. So I was telling him, I said, let's just get a dog. He was like, a dog not gonna replace no baby. I said, I know, but
there's something.
I just want a dog. And he was like, but a dog not a baby. I know a dog's not a baby. It's trying to have something to love, to keep me busy, something. Let's just get a dog. Yeah, just give me a dog. And he was like, okay, then we have to train the dog, and dog go by to tear up the house. I said, dude, if you love me like you said, dude, let's get the damn dog. Okay? So, I kid you not, we ended up calling, I think, a shelter out here in Vallejo, California, and it was like, sure, we open at 7 o'clock, so you can come out with. So, the morning of, I was already in the process because I came so content with the fact, it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna have kids. It is what it is. Like, so, mind you, my whole drawer in my bathroom was full with ovulation kits. I had the calendar. I had pills you can order from Africa. You touch this and you might have babies on the day and touch this palm. All types of stuff you can think about. I had everywhere I turned, I seen it. But I think because I wanted that so bad, I wanted to fulfill what I lost. I wanted a dog. So the morning of, I had to weigh every single pregnancy test, and for some strange reason, it was one more left inside of there. So I was like, you know what? Shoot, I know it's gonna come out negative anyway, but I'm gonna put my DNA on it before I use it. So I went ahead and used it.
You hella stupid.
It's a lot because I could swear through every pregnancy, and it was good money. I could have got some money off them. Every single brand, CVS, Walgreens, every single brand to make sure. I'm like, what if it's not reading right? Is this a line? Oh no, that's not a line. Every single one I had. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of a sad story because you want something so bad, it's not working. Aww. So.
Look, we're not gonna do this.
Stop.
We're not gonna do this.
We're not gonna do this. Go.
Okay, go ahead, man.
Dude, you should have bought some tissues over here.
I know that feeling though. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that feeling.
Yeah.
So.
It wasn't occurring. So the morning of, I took my pregnancy test. The last one I was like, I'm gonna do this. And it was a Dollar Tree one.
Oh, that's work. Them Dollar Tree still work.
Don't count the Dollar Tree's pregnancy store. Don't count those out.
Don't count that.
So don't count them out, y'all. Right. So. And I always bought 2 backups because, one just because Dollar Tree still might not wear it. Mm-hmm. So I ended up taking it. And I found out that I was pregnant with my now 5-year-old son. Mm-hmm. But it's almost as if every time I tell that to somebody who's struggling, they start crying. It's just like the moment I decide to let go, I'm like, this ain't working. And like when you force you want something so bad, whatever, it don't have to be a kid. It could be a job, it could be a career, it could be anything. It could be
relationship.
It could be anything in that aspect. But the moment you decide to back off, you know what? Whatever is for me, God gonna let it happen to me regardless. Amen. So whatever it is, it's aligned for my purpose. So if it ain't there, it's not meant to be there. Yeah. So I realized at that very moment, the moment I kind of like stopped stressing, I let it go. God gave in and said, "It's not on your time.
Yes,
it's on my time,
my conditions."
And I'm a testament to that because I'm the only child, and my partner is the only child. And we had a daughter, and I wanted to have another child when she was 4 years old, and I was sitting there just like, it's not gonna happen. I kept trying.
You guys were trying for a minute.
We were trying for 2 years. We were trying. And at the time, it was getting boring. I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm tired of doing the same things. You know what it is, and
you know what it is, Mom.
So yeah, and I was really saddened about the whole thing, and I thought that it was just never gonna happen for me. I'm just gonna be the 3 amigos, just our little tripod of a family, Yeah. And then lo and behold,
woo! How many months are you now?
I'm 7.5.
7.5 months.
Yeah, 7.5 months.
You really look really big.
I know, but I was already fat, so this doesn't help,
Oh, okay.
So, but anyway,
I'm saying your stomach is just really.
I know.
It's like protruding.
It's
protruding at a rapid rate. You know what I'm saying?
I was 7.5 months pregnant, but yes, I feel like it looked like I'm 9 already.
No, it really does.
Yes, I know. And I'm having a little boy, and
congratulations.
I'm so ecstatic. I'm so happy. But again, it's trusting the process. I was just as determined and eager to do it 2 years ago, and got discouraged because it wasn't happening. I mean, if they said just do it once and it happens, but it happens for a lot of people, and then sometimes it don't. It just, if it's your time, it's your time. Just like she said, like God will tell you, hey man, it's now your time.
The process. What's that commercial? What's a commercial when you try to get a loan or something like that, and people be putting their hands through it? It's my money and I ain't want it now.
JD something.
JD worth it. It's my money and I want it now.
Yeah, and that's the way, because we want everything at the tip. But when we want it now. But sometimes you got to be prepared when the answer is no. You see, in 2015, my answer was no. Yeah. So I had to learn how to accept no. It was devastating to me. It was hard to get through that and lose a baby. The baby came at 27 weeks. Yeah. By the time the baby came, she pretty much lost oxygen when she was inside of me. So by the time she came out, she kind of like was already nearly passed it. She just held on for 21 days. She made a big impact when she came in. She had family members talking to each other that ain't spoken you. So that baby, within 21 days of her living, she connected so many roots back together in our family. Our family was hurting then. You know what I mean? But it's about trusting the process. So it's like when I wanted to find happiness again, God said, I'm not gonna let it be through a dog. No, the dog's not the answer. Just wait, be patient. And that's the thing with us. It's our money out when we want it now. It's not always now. It's not our time. It's God's time. And His time is the best time.
Yeah, and like with the relationship thing, you know, God has a way of making it like harder and harder each chapter until you finally let go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like He makes it harder and harder and harder. Exactly. Until you finally have no choice but to let go and trust God.
Yeah.
You know, let that situationship.
Yeah.
Whatever you guys are dealing with, let it go. But once you let it go, you gotta trust that process.
Trust the process. And I don't know, like, no one ever, whoever's done it, said that, you know, it's going to be easy, just like life. No one said it's going to be easy.
Right.
Because it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy of letting go and knowing and stepping into the unknown. Like, you know,
people fear the unknown.
You fear it because it's like, I'm so used to knowing what's going to happen tomorrow. I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth, I bring myself a breakfast, I go outside, I take my daughter to school, and then I go to work, and that's my process. Yeah. Now I don't have a job no more. How am I paying bills? How am I do this? How am I do that? No, you just hold on, take a step back. That's the best thing to do when you lose your job. You kind of center yourself to let you ask yourself, what do I really want to do? What
am I supposed to be doing?
You know, like, and sometimes that's people's wake up. That's good. You know, that's people's wake up calls. You know what I mean? Like, I know my true passion for myself has always been real estate, and I keep that? No. But that's my process too, of my fearfulness that I've always been for myself. That even this right now is very inspiring to me, is that knowing that if my career has always been transportation, and if I step out and just do the real estate thing, I'll be starting way at the bottom, and I'm just kind of like, I don't want to do that. Because I don't know when I'm going to sell my first house. I don't know. Those unknowns is what's really keeping me back, holding me back.
But so many of us choose to do that as far as career goes. So many of us choose to do a career we don't even like doing, and we live this whole life miserable. Y'all know money fade, right? Yeah. You gotta do it, right? That's a topic for another day. But at the end of the day, you know, it's like a lot of us spend time chasing after this thing. We're not happy. We're stuck in a career, like you said. You don't even want to do this transportation. It's easy to obtain it, you know, and get you money. Yeah. You know, but at the end of the day, your heart's not really in it. So you're living this life day in and day out doing something you don't even really want to do. Instead of you following your heart, following your dreams. I had a conversation with myself the other day when I been doing the truck ride, whatever. I was just thinking whatever. I was thinking to myself, and I'm like, dude, to obtain things we want in life is really so simple as just going out and doing it. Yeah. You know, like, it's really that simple. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you started businesses, you started this, you started that off of, dude, I just went out and did it.
Here we is, talk lavish.
Right, talk lavish.
It goes to the idea.
Right, but it's just as simple as, this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm going to do. Yeah. You know, not, what about this? What about that? What about, dude, you the person that's holding you back is yourself. Yeah, right?
Always.
So, when it comes to this real estate thing, it's as simple as just actually just doing it. And I was just talking to my thinking like out loud, I'm like, dude, it's crazy how like we stop ourselves from doing so many things. Yeah. Thinking, second guessing, and like rechecking and double checking and fact checking. Do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to do it, go do it. It's simple as ABC. You want it? I want it. What that girl say? Ariana Grande. I want it. I got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she wanted, she got it. As simple as that. No in betweens. Like, and if we all felt that way, like, dude, we can be reaching our goals and our dreams and our full potentials here, left, right, up, type that. You know what I'm saying? Like, do that. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody once told me, she said, the only person that's holding you back is you, man. And I'm like, I didn't understand it for a long time. I'm like, what you talking about? No, it's because this and my money and I got kids and I got this. When reality, it's like, dude, if you want it, just go to YouTube. Yeah. If you don't know how to do it, look on YouTube University. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll figure it out and you're gonna get, you know what I'm saying? Like, find a way. Real estate. I want to do real estate too. So it's like, dude, how bad do you really want that?
I really do. I really do. I want to be selling Sunset. I want to do it. I want to do it.
You want to do it bad. You want to action now. You want to do it.
I did. I turned to a whole new person.
Right now, shorty.
Right, shorty. So, yeah. So the thing is, look, it's really as simple as me and you try doing it together. Yeah. And we know in the back of our minds, finish the class. Finish the class.
We make excuses. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna do this.
Procrastination.
It's
a big thing.
It is.
It's huge. We all suffer from that.
Yeah. So how do we How we get over that?
The procrastination?
The procrastination.
I feel like with procrastination, once you get to a point like where you feel like this is what I really want to do, this is what happened to me. When I had a goal and I noticed I wasted a lot of time didn't do it, once you really set your mind to it, you feel like, dude, I'm late. I should have been did this. I'm heading behind. I should have been did this. Once your mind aligns with how your thoughts and your feelings and all this is going, like you realize like, I need to do it today. I need to hurry and get it done right now. Like I wasted so much time. So how you get over it is that how bad you really want it. Because if you really wanted to do, you feel like you could have been did this.
How much does it matter?
And that's how I feel.
Exactly.
And that's where I'm getting into that mode now. Is that now that I'm 32 years old, and thank God for letting me see. And I'm so blessed and grateful to be 32 years old because a lot of my friends and family didn't make it. So I'm blessed to see it and made it through a pandemic. And to show that testimony in itself is that what are you really doing with yourself, you know? And I know that my family is just beautiful and artistic, and everyone's doing something. And every part of our generation, they did something where they were like, my brother did this, my brother did that, and none of us in our generation really has, achieved in that way, you know.
You seen that? Repeat that. Huh? I was watching you swinging and walling around.
Yeah, I don't know what you said.
Damn, drop it like it's
I
hot.
did.
Okay, so your point is to say,
that right now with us doing this podcast and stuff like that, this is our achievement. This is what we're doing, but on an individual, level, what I'm saying, we're all achieving our own different things with her makeup line that she's coming out with, and her with her productions that we're about to start doing. Hit us up if you want it. You know what I'm saying? But and
shit is if you want it.
You know what I'm saying? And
drop
all
that
these
baby first,
after all that, but I see myself selling homes and being a part of a process that helps people, be like, I didn't even know I can get a home, I can do this. I want to be a part of that. And it's just, like she said, it's just procrastination. I have to really just step on that faith and trust.
Also, let's talk about company, right? I feel like if you surround yourself with the proper people,
that too,
you can obtain and reach those goals more quickly than you hanging out with some bums.
Right.
When we say bums, when we say bums, we're not talking no disrespect to the homeless people. I ain't talking about them talking about. We talking about that lack motivation.
Yeah.
When I say bum, I'm talking about somebody that lack motivation, right? Yeah. Like with anything in life, you don't want to brush your teeth. You know what I'm saying? Like you lack motivation, baby. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about that for a brief moment. I know that we talk about trusting the process and like stepping out on faith and like, pushing the fear to the side. Yeah. But this is just like a sidebar to all of that, right? Yeah. So I feel like if you surround yourself with people that are like-minded, like they say, what's the saying with the holes flock together? Anyway, look, so, it's one of those things
birds with feathers flock together.
Right, so if you surround yourself with hoes, you probably
a hoe. And that's how people view you as
a hoe, because you got them hoes right. But if you surround yourself with doctors and people that are educated and this and that, you want to achieve better. Now, give you an example. When we all had our cars, and you was driving, your car wasn't busted. You thought it was busted. Yeah. For you mentally, you thought it was a busted car. But me and Pam was like, dude, this car's good, man. It's a good quality car and all this stuff. And you felt like all y'all upgraded your cars. And I'm a person just waddling in with my car. Yeah. So you wanted to elevate yourself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, and you did that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You pulled in clean, so nice.
It still was a good car.
Yeah. I still have it.
That's your gas saver.
Yeah.
But
for sure,
you surround yourself around people that are like trying to elevate. Yeah. And even though something simple as a car, anyone can get a car. Yeah. Right? True. But that was just an example of y'all got this, I'm trying to get this too.
So I'm about to
do it. So that goes to say, surround yourself around people that are like-minded, that want better, that want to achieve better, and you also will upgrade yourself just because you're just in that circle of people that wants to upgrade. You hanging out with bums, you're gonna be playing video games, being bum like everybody else. But you are people that's like, I ain't got time to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to elevate here, I'm trying to elevate there. You're gonna do that. You know what I'm saying?
It's just having that's my thing for this whole year. I always have a slogan each year. They always call me corny, but this year, mine's for 2003, it was supposed to be, it is, keeping the right people in your oracle. What I mean by that is sometimes you can have people, they can be family members, they can be friends. No matter what you say or do, they always bring negativity to you. Yeah. In some form or some aspect. And it's not, some people are just They look for everything wrong in every situation. You cannot be around that person if you're trying to elevate. It's not going to help you. If anything, it's going to set you back. It's almost as if like, I love you and I respect you and I care about you. I'm willing to ride or die for you. But right now, your energy is knocking my energy way off. So if I love you, sweetie pie, but if you're going to drag me down to the ground, I'm giving you all that I can give. You know what I'm saying? So just, I love you. Thank you. But at the end of the day, it's more so, I can't continue to give.
I can't hold you up.
I can't, because I'm gonna end up sinking. You know what I mean? So it's not the fact that you want to be, have a hardened heart against these type of individuals. It's just more of the fact that, I love you and everything, but just call me when you feel better. Because I can't, I got my own stuff.
It's costing me more to F with you.
Yes, it's at my expense.
In the way.
Now. You know what I mean? So it's just, when I say that is, when you say trust in the process, that means full circle. That means everybody in your, every person inside your oracle, people you hang with, people you talk to, your friends, your associates, even some business partners. They like that too. I can't cut no deals with you. I can't, because it's at my expense up here. So that's a huge part, I think, too. Trust in the process.
Trust in the process. Because, by you with those people, you'll never see yourself doing anything better, and you won't see it, because at the end of the day, this is my life and I'm content with it. You're content, but you're not really happy. So to get to happiness, you gotta step away from these few of friends and put yourself with somebody else who their outlook on life is totally different.
Even isolating yourself, even isolating yourself. What I learned was like me, y'all know I ain't got no friends.
I ain't got no friends either.
I know I got family, I ain't got friends, right? But I also learned that I had to isolate myself. I also learned a lot about myself being alone. Because like during those times, I always felt like I needed someone around me. I needed somebody this, I needed somebody that. But being alone taught me how to be alone and appreciate myself, really, basically. So isolating, it's good to have people around you. Of course, when you have goals, you have dreams, you have aspirations. But it's also cool to be by yourself too.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. Being alone, sometimes I talk to myself too. Sometimes.
It's not when you answer yourself.
Sometimes I talk.
Right. I talk to myself too. It happens. Yeah. But overall, this whole episode today was just our experiences, our views, our thoughts of just how it can be done. Overall, it can be done. It's tough, but it can be done. So just trust the process, y'all.
Trust the process. Step out on faith and trust the process.
Amen.